Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt and it is Maniac Monday. Yes, folks, it's hard to believe it is already a beginning of a new work week. Unfortunately, the weekend never lasts long enough, which I hope all of y'all had a fantastic weekend, all that great stuff, and I hope you're having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing each and every one of you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, permitting my schedule, and of course major holidays and all that stuff. What else do we got going on? And also check out the info in the description box. I give you a whole bunch of information in there. I give you a brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with an MPAA rating if there is one that exists, some trivia, and then either a link for a trailer or a scene from the movie itself. So you get a little bit bigger of a bite in there. It's not like a Russian novel where you're reading for hours and hours and hours. It's a quick, like, 5-minute read, if that. Anyways, now that I got all that out of the way, let's roll on to the movie of the day. And today's is a fantastic little ditty. It came out back in 1982. And this release is done for us by Scream Factory, none other than them good fine folks over there. This is definitely one of my favorite releases since probably Vice Squad. That's my last huge release that I was completely stoked for. But anyways, this one came out back in 1982, and it is none other than Alone in the Dark. Yes, I freaking love this movie. It's got an amazing top-notch cast. But before I get onto that, this release here is absolutely stunning. They did an amazing job. Unfortunately, there's no crazy commentaries or anything like that. Jack Palance is dead. I think Martin Landau is still, I think he's still kicking, but Donald Pleasance is dead, and yeah, it wouldn't have been the same without any of those fine folks on the commentary. But they do have some amazing interviews on here. A couple of interviews. I think there's like 5 or 6, something like that. It's got a great amount of special features. And now, as you see, this is that newly commissioned artwork that they did. This is actually one I do not mind. I kind of like it. I went with the original artwork on the inside, and it is a standard issue pressed Blu-ray, just to let you know on that one, folks. And your alternate artwork is that newly commissioned artwork that you see right here. All right, now that I got that out of the way, what the hell is this movie even about? It's about this guy named something Dr. Potter, David Potter, I believe is what his name is. I'll just call him Dr. Potter. But anyways, he takes over this new job in a much larger mental health facility for those that are completely on the skids and have nowhere else to go for as far as being helped. Now there is 4 gentlemen kept up on the 3rd floor. I almost said 4th floor, but 4 gentlemen kept up on the 4th floor that are extremely hostile, murderers, do bad stuff. Like one of them, preacher played by Martin Landau. He happens to burn churches down while there's people inside of it. We got Jack Palance, who says he's a man of the social life, as what he called it at one point, but he never really discusses too much on what it is he's done. There's a guy named Fatty, played by Erland, I think is his last name. I'm sorry, but Fatty is a giant man who is a pedophile. So he is one of those characters that I hated right away. And then you got our 4th guy, who is called the Bleeder, and he is a serial killer type that every time he strangled one of his victims to death, he would start bleeding profusely from his nose. Okay, so you got those four guys. The only thing that's keeping them from getting outside to the free world is electricity. They have electric bars that come down. They're metal bars, but they have electric sensors on them, so they cannot escape through the windows, through the doors. Come in and attack their orderly that they have on duty for the time. There happens to be our Dr. Potter and his wife and his sister, by the way. They go to this punk rock band with the Sick Fucks. It is a legit band. I was happy to see them. They have 2 features on the special feature, by the way. That was 2 of them that I remembered off the top of my head. Like, oh yeah, the Sick Fucks have 2 special features on there. But anyways, they go to see them. A giant power outage happens, which in turn makes it to where our villains can escape their sanitarium that they're in. Sanitarium or sanatorium? I can't remember which one it is, but it's a mental hospital. That we'll just say a mental hospital. But either way, they break out of the mental hospital. They quickly start pillaging areas to get new clothing, weapons, other things that can assist them along the way. They are in the middle of a riot that is happening due to this power outage. There is a complete blackout power outage in which our Dr. Potter, his sister believes that we're going to have a 3 Mile Island nuclear explosion, nuclear meltdown, one of those type things. She's kind of a interesting character. I kind of like the sister. She's a little bit of a troublesome character herself. She takes Dr. Potter's wife out, and they do things like they go to a rally where they end up getting busted by the fuzz, and they're stuck in there. But there is a lot of interesting things going on in here. I like almost every single character except for Dr. Potter's daughter. She is a complete pain in the ass. Like, she is a nosy, mouthy little broad that needs to mind her own business at times. At one point, the mother and the sister are hanging out, eating melted ice cream and smoking some dope. And she happens to come down, "Mom, are you smoking pot again?" Some of that bullshit. I just really wanted to slap the kid in the mouth. But either way, now that we have a setup to what's going on here, our villains go throughout the day, getting whatever it is they want. They visit our Dr. Potter's house, and one of them pretends to be a telegram type guy. The fatty ends up there at one point alone with the daughter, and as I said earlier, he is a pedophile. He happened to not try anything or do anything like that, other than he tried to hold her hand and he called her a cutie, one of those things. It was cringy as hell when I saw it, but it really, really added more to the grossness factor of that character of Fatty. Now, all this while, you got these 4 guys out doing their thing. 3 of them are hanging out together. The 4th one has disappeared. The bleeder has disappeared. It's one of those things. It's super easy to figure out exactly what happened and where he is. I'm not going to give it away, but it's one of those things that just really it was easy to figure out. I'll just say that. Now, Donald Pleasance's character, he's a very interesting one. He plays Dr. Something Bain. He is kind of a quirky type of character. He believes in helping these in these mental patients with various different tactics that one would say, no, that's not what you do. Like at one point, like I mentioned earlier, that Martin Landau's character, Preacher, he likes to start fires. At one point, he's walking around asking for matches and this and that from the doctors. Donald Pleasance happens to go, oh, here's a book of matches. Go ahead and keep it for yourself, And next thing we know, Martin Landau's got his coat on fire and he's swinging around like he's a freaking crazed man. Oh wait, he is a crazed man. But anyways, it is a very interesting movie, very, very good character study in ways. It lets you know that, in my opinion, it lets you know that crazy people are not what they look like on here. I've seen crazy people, and they're not like this. But anyways, I want to rate this movie a 3 out of 5. It is masterfully done, but it could be done a lot better. This is a first attempt from a early director. This is his very first film. Let me double check what his name is. Jack Sholder. This was his very first film that he had ever directed. All right, guys, I'm going to roll the hell out of here. I got things to do. I hope you guys do check this movie out, Alone in the Dark. It's from the folks over at Scream Factory. I think I got this for like $24, $25, something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, love your faces, and I'll see you Wednesday, hopefully.